if I'm your line manager, would I hire them? Who would I hire and why?
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to take on a special seat for our Benjamin Chong. So today I'm going to sit on the reverse chair. Today we're going to find out some secrets about recruiters and what information they can actually aid you in terms of finding a better job. So without further ado, maybe can we have Benjamin to give us a little bit more information about himself.
Hi Raymond, so nice to meet you here. I'm so happy to sit at the reverse role. Thank you for having me today, Raymond. And hello everybody. Now, yes, I run a recruitment firm. My name is Benjamin. The name of my firm is called Benjamin Generation. Now, our immediate sweet spots are in the engineering, in the insurance, even hiring of financial advisors, and also in some cross-industry functions such as finance, sales, and marketing. Now, question is that, why did I start this firm? Now, it's actually a calling. Now, over the years as a hiring manager myself, now I do experience that, it seems that recruitment has been eroded into like a sales job. Now, it has become very transactional, and candidates have become just like a sales number, and professional consultation to the clients has become like a number game, just massive churning out of CVs. Hopefully the client will like one or two of the CVs. Now, I've set up this firm with a different DNA. I will just share two only. Now, the first one is that the recruiters here in this company have worked in the different industries, and they were the line managers before. Now, to the clients, what's the benefit? Now, this is as good as having your own line managers conducting the candidate search for you full time. So we are talking about accuracy here. Now, number two is that as the owner of this company, I'm prepared to walk away from a business if I realize that there's a genuine mismatch between my candidate and the client, even if it is at the offer stage. I'd rather lose money than to lose trust. I learned this from Mr. Robert Bosch, the founder of Bosch, my previous company.
We get to know you so much more. I would say the audience get to know you so much more. I like the values and also the approach that you have. You rather lose money but not lose relationship and trust. I think this is very valuable. I think in current times, this is something that build fundamental blocks among distinguish ourselves, which in this case distinguish you from a typical recruiter. So Benjamin, maybe you can share what are important traits that you look out for when you are assessing a candidate.
Now, basically, I look for three things only. The first one is character. The second one is competency. And the third one, very important, is a passion. Now, all of these three, I rank very high on character. Now, because I think someone said this before, they say, if you hire a person with these three, but the first one is absent, the candidate going to kill you. This character is very important. Now, what do I look for in a character? There are a few common things. For example, integrity. To me, integrity is very important. It's a backbone of a person. And also, I look for this candidate, right? I will try to assess if he's collaborative in nature. Now, the economy nowadays is a shared economy. There are so many like cross-functional, even between partners, there's so many collaboration. We have to collaborate together, especially in this kind of, uncharted waters right now. So if some candidates, come with an attitude that, that they don't like to be collaborative, they thought that, they're going to work in solo. Now that could be a disadvantage to them, And the third one, very important, is that I also look out for learning agility. To me, our whole life is a journey of learning, keep on learning. So I look out for these very important ingredients because most likely this candidate with this display of character gonna be great. Now,
I do probably agree with you that characters distinguish among the points that you mentioned. And I think that if a candidate have character, or in this case, you as a recruiter, you have a lot of character also to get to understand more about the individual strength, so that you can actually distinguish them among the rest. So what is the other help that you actually provide to the candidates to help them to be employable?
Helping a candidate or helping a client find a candidate, right, is actually like a matchmaking. So the number one thing about matchmaking is what I have to understand both of them, because every company, every client, they are very different. Every hiring manager are very different. So to understand their character, their preference, then of course, because of that, their requirements, so I roughly know what kind of candidates they will like. So of course, it's then for me to understand more about my candidate If I see there's a match, there's really a fit, that's where I will, match them up. Now, the second thing very important, actually, I would think is more important, is that I would actually want to help my candidate to discover this gemstone that they have inside of them. You'll be surprised. Some of them, for many years, nobody told them about that. As a recruiter, I make it like one of my calling, every candidate I talk to, I'll try to help them discover this gifting that they have, this gemstone that they have in them, and also what they can do and what they can use this gemstone for their career.
That's great. That's great. Everybody is a gem being polished by a different black cloth, right?
Yes.
I think you are the black cloth behind all the gemstone that is unpolished. Another interesting question that I often probably had among my peers who are hirers or employers: does recruiter have the power to influence hiring company in candidate selection?
Now, I would say it depends, if the recruiter himself, are being regarded, as an expert, a subject expert, by the client. Yes, that's where, the recruiter will have certain degree of influence to the selection of candidates. For example, I can share an example, just lately I have a client, I've sent them 4 candidates, really good one, almost fit almost of every of the requirement. So they met all 4 of them. They like them, So they are like, they say, okay, can I get a view from you, Ben, that what do you think about this? So I will share with them very candidly, based on my observation and interaction with my candidate, what do I think? So one value add I give to my client is that, because I was a hiring manager and a line manager in an MNC, so I know. So my gauge is always about, if I'm your line manager, would I hire them? Who would I hire and why? So that's why I will share with them, my opinion. Of course, whether they want to take it or not, that's really their right, and their freedom. But I guess in that sense, if the recruiter is really good, he or she really are an expert, a subject expert, yes, he or she does have that influence, to the client. So I will tell candidates, try lah, treat your recruiter nicer lah.
Yeah. Must buy you more lunch or coffee, right?
Coffee.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
That's very valuable advice to all the job seeker out there looking for jobs and stuff. So probably just one last parting sentence or two. What is one good advice that you help candidates to ace their interview?
2 things I want to share. Number 1 is do your homework. Let's say you're going to an interview now. Spend time, to understand the industry, and then the company, and also the person is going to interview you. So spend some time, do some research, do your homework, understand it in depth, the content. That's number 1. Number 2, my own policy is that, I will tell all my candidates that be truthful. I know some of them, they are so eager, want to impress, some of them even to the to the extreme of, in a sense, polish all up, say something that actually you are not. No, don't do that. You know why? Now, if you are not that person you try to portray yourself is, if your interviewer really in essence being fooled by you, they hire you, that's the start of a nightmare. Because they hire you based on somebody which you painted you were, but actually you are not. So I would tell them, be very truthful about yourself. Honesty is always the best policy, I would say. Be truthful. And believe in yourself, whatever experience you have and whatever skill set, and the competency that you acquire, there will be some place that need this kind of combination, you, the gem. So be confident in that. Be who you are. Your time will come where you meet the right, employers and in the right place. You will shine.
Wow, thank you. So be yourself, be truthful, and be a gem.
Yes.
Yeah. On behalf of our RL Consultancy and your own channel, which is Benjamin Generation, today I sit at the riverside. I really want to thank you for your honest sharing and your open and no holds bar feedbacks and tips to the people looking for jobs and stuff. So on behalf of Benjamin and the rest, I wish all job seekers the very best in this current junction if you are looking for some job changes. He is definitely the man you look for, Benjamin, and are very open-minded in working and collaborating to help individuals like us as business owners and also as job seekers like you.